Afternoon. This is Sunday, July 27th. This is Larry. Thought I'd do a little review on the backcountry F2 Tornado Drywasher. And there's one smaller than this, and then most of them are larger than this model. So this is about the right size for me. It's electric, so you can use it in some areas where they don't allow gas, which seems to be becoming more and more the case across the country. It has a clean out right here with carpet. Just loosen the bolt. Then down here on the bottom there's another one, the same kind of setup. So you take those out when you're ready. And of course, once it goes to the grizzlies, there's quite a bit of dirt that's going to be in this bottom section here. That's pretty well classified at that point. And so what you do when you're ready to clean up, you do what they call a reverse cleanup. If I can hold this and change it at the same time. So you just grab these two bars and you can see now it's in a different position. And what happens is you put like a tub like this underneath here. You have the thing running and all the tailings come out here. Then you just of course clean out those two traps that I showed you. It's got a little rubber mat here to keep the dust from flying up. So it's pretty nice. It's mostly about 98% aluminum and the rest is stainless steel. And on a regular size battery, it'll run for about 20 hours. So, you know, you can be out there a couple good long days, 2 or 3 days, I guess, if you want. This is only the second time I used it. The first time was 2 or 3 months ago. I was up at Red Mountain, up 395 by Randsburg, and I only had a chance to use it for just a couple minutes because as soon as I got up there I was going to work some old tailings from the old days. And what happened was this gigantic windstorm came up and I wasn't able to do anything. I just had to quit. It's one of those kind of feels like it's going to blow you over. What this is, doesn't work on air like my other one over there, the Gold Duster, does. This one works on vibration. So it has this Vibco vibration unit, has a lifetime guarantee on it. So you just hook it up to your battery and the thing, you know, vibrates. Then on top of it, since these legs are rounded at the bottom, both of them, if you want to speed up the classifying part of it a little bit, you can shake it like this and you know, get the rocks moving a little faster. Once you get it all classified, you just go ahead and lift it up and you're back in business. Ready to go again. Now the dirt that I'm running, it's from the Cajon Pass area, from a claim up there. And I got this dirt a couple months ago, maybe about 3 months ago, I don't recall. But up there on this claim, it's so hard. I mean, you got to pick it to get it out just about. That it's all clumped up. You know, a lot of the gold is going to be in these clumps. And so maybe some of you know Jack Hamilton. He's been up to this same area. And he suggested that you bring it home and then you dump water into the 5-gallon buckets and let it soak for, you know, a couple days. Well, I did that, but I kept running. Actually, what I did, I ran some through my high banker to begin with, but the stuff has so much organic material in it, it just kept clogging up my machine too fast. I had to spend most of my time trying to clean it out. So I thought with the last couple of buckets I had left, got 2 or 3 of them, I just run it through this Drywasher to give it a test. So that's the deal. Although my problem is, I thought by now this stuff would be dry, but as you can see, as soon as you get down a few inches, it's kind of wet. So that's going to slow the dry washer down some. But, oh well, it'll still work. This stuff is kind of from this claim. It's kind of from one of the Valley Prospectors claims. It's kind of hit and miss whether you're going to find any gold or much gold. So I don't know what'll be in here. Might be just be a couple flakes in all these buckets. But what I wanted to do was run it through the machine and then test out the tailings to see if I'm losing anything. Now normally a dry washer will be about 80 to 85% effective, if you really have it set up correctly. That's why if you have water, it's better to use water because you're going to get most of it that way. But you can't always have it that way. So anyway, I want to see if it is getting up to the 80-85%. So I'll check the tailings that come off here, see what it's losing to see if there's any gold in there. If not, then I know things set up pretty good. And of course, different types of materials, you're going to have it set up different as far as the angle goes. So hopefully this is about the right angle for this stuff. And there are going to be some clumps that are going to go overboard, you might say, because they're, even though I use water and all that, it's still, now that it's dried out, some of it's still, well, you can see here, some of it's kind of clumpy, and it's kind of hard to break them all down before running it through the machine. So that's the deal. I'll give it a good try, and then I'll give a little review on what I thought about it. Actually, I'm going to a club meeting at Valley Prospectors this Thursday, and I think the guy that sells these things is going to be there demonstrating them. So anyway, this will be a good test. should go faster now. I cleaned out this screen and the one below, and I realized I had accidentally left in this artifact keeper in here. That kind of like dams things up, so if there's any coins or anything, it'll hold them in place. I don't need that, so now it's dropping a lot faster. Almost looks like it could rain on me here. We haven't had rain in such a long time, it's almost a shock if it happens. Like a hawk up there circling me. Oh, let's see, we'll wait and see. It actually is raining. It drops on the ground. Hopefully there's no lightning involved. It's starting to come down pretty good. No, that's not going to help keep my stuff dry now, is it? Well, I'll let this stuff run. Now, 10 minutes later, blue skies above me. So far, I ran one bucket of dirt through the Drywasher from the Summit claim and Cajon Pass area. There's a piece there. I see another little piece over there. There's another one. Like I said earlier, though, there's another one and a little one down there. It's just kind of spotty up there. You can hit a patch and do good, or just kind of like this. Although some of the pieces are, they're fairly good size. So that's nice. Pretty looking gold, real shiny. So anyway, there's a little bit. And I checked some of the tailings, and I don't seem to be losing anything that I can tell. I didn't go through all the tailings. I'll go experiment a little more. I mean, there's probably going to be some fly poop type that made it through, but so far I didn't see anything. So I'd say the jury is still out on the Tornado F2 dry washer. It works, and it has there's some good ideas there as far as the clean out. That's real simple, and it seems to be capturing the gold. But at least the material I'm running through there, it really goes through too slow. So I'm gonna have to try other materials. I know this material is a little bit damp, so that may have something to do with it. I'm gonna run another day. I'll run some real dry stuff, from Barstow that's more gravelly type, and see how that goes through it. And then if I see the guy Thursday at the club meeting in San Bernardino, I'll tell him what's going on and see if he has any suggestions. So that's about it for this review. Like I say, I think it's a good device. It's electric, and that's a plus, but I just got to figure out why it's running so slow. It's probably the operator. Okay, I've got some dry, gravelly type material from Barstow. I'm going to experiment and see how long it takes to run. It's about a half a 5 I've got here. See how long it takes to run it. The other material is a little bit damp. It was taking forever. So if this takes a long time, I'm going to start wondering about this thing. So it's 1:39, or excuse me, 3:39 is when I'm starting. 3:39. Running at about 5 minutes. You can see I've got, getting down there, I got most of the dirt in the machine, but where is it? Not coming out. There's a couple little granules every once in a while. Put the rest of it in. 3:49, so 10 minutes later I've got all the dirt in the machine, and some of it's finally starting to come out here. So it is going a lot faster than the damp stuff I had. Now, how long it's going to take to get everything out of here, concentrated, we'll have to see. So far it's been 30 minutes running, and as you can see right here at the head of the hopper, there's still dirt in it that hasn't gone down yet. That's me trying to help it out, shaking it, trying to move the dirt around here, break it up a little. You can see it moving in there in the bottom section. Some coming out. Like I say, it's all been 30 minutes already and it hasn't finished. So that is very slow. Hopefully tomorrow night when I go to the club meeting and the inventors there, I can find out if I'm doing something wrong. I The only thing I can figure I'm doing wrong is it needs to be more of an angle. But again, you don't want too much of an angle because you'll lose the gold. So far it's been 50 minutes and it's still running. You can see the hopper here. It's getting down, but that's still running up here. Down to the next level, down into there. And you can see the stuff moving down below here. So hopefully there's a solution to this, because this is really unacceptable. I've done everything I can to try to speed it up. The stuff's dry. It's classified down to ½ inch. There's no reason a bucket should take over 50 minutes. It looks like it's probably going to end up being over an hour here. Been 61 minutes. It's a little over an hour, and there's still dirt up here on the top running. Still dirt moving down below. How much longer is it going to take? Well, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. Still running. As you can see, there's still dirt up here on the top. Trying to help it along here. Well, it's been running an hour and a half. I even lifted this end up for a couple minutes to help it. There'll be more of an angle to speed it up some. But as you can see, there's still some floating there after an hour and a half. Hour and a half, and it still hasn't finished. We're going to call it finished. Let's see what the consistency looks like. So I can't sit out here all night waiting for this thing. Even on the top, let's go ahead and clean it out. regular dry washer going through a bucket, you expect it to be concentrated down more than this. That's quite a bit of dirt, but that's okay. Even kind of slow cleaning out. So far, it's been 3 minutes just cleaning it out, and it's still going. Been 5 minutes so far just on the clean out. Been 10 minutes cleaning it out and it's still going. I'm just going to go ahead and call it quits. The concentrates that I got out of it, like I say, there was still more coming, but we'll just settle for that for now. But quite a long process, over an hour and a half to run the bucket, then over 10 minutes to clean it up. Not too good. So I ran about 2.5 gallons, about half a bucket. It took over an hour and a half just to run half a bucket. Over 10 minutes to clean it out, and it was still going. I finally just had to give it up. So when I go to the meeting tomorrow night, if the guy, inventor, is going to give a demonstration, when I saw him give a demonstration, he said because he was inside, they wouldn't let him use anything with a lot of dust, so he just had to use a little sand, and sand just runs right through things. So if he uses sand during his demonstration, I'm going to have 2 buckets out in the car, one gallon bucket with the gravelly type stuff from Barstow, and then another 1 gallon bucket with the stuff from Cajon Pass. It's a little, the darker material, more organic, and see if I can get him to run those to see how long it takes. Find out if I'm doing something wrong. If he does do that, if he's up to the challenge, he has the time, and his takes a long time, then I don't know what I'm going to do.